Do you think it's going to help students as they become employed later by having experienced QARC for Revit?
I think so, yeah. Uh, a lot of it comes down to that speed of being able to get files that are relevant to our country rather than another country. And so it allows more time to concentrate on these sort of real world things in Australia. Plus also having a list of the different companies that are there using QARC helps the students a lot as well with knowing what products they need.
It's funny, Robert, you've answered a whole heap of my questions without even trying. It's quite amazing. It's like you've read my mind. So I'm now having to think, now what am I going to ask, Robert? I do have one question. How did you find the process of loading QARC for Revit onto your computer?
There was one hiccup at the start. Other than that, it was incredibly easy. It was literally like loading a plugin, and that was it. You just install, log in, bang, done. it was quite easy.
Yeah, it's meant to be quick, and it's good to hear that you say that. In your use of it, do you think it saves? How much time do you think it saves you? Do you have a sort of an idea how much per day, or like? And mainly in your case, you've been using the content browser for content.
If for components in Revit that I've already got and set up myself, I would say it's around about the same time. You've still got to just click on it and load it in, which is what I do with my components anyway. But
yes.
For new components, new things that I might want to be adding, it saves so much time, because going back to what I was saying before, I mean, every time I want a new component, if I have to, load it in a different window, change the stuff, save it, all this stuff that I need to do usually, if I can just have that just ready to go there, then it saves tons of time, really, for new components.
Well, that is good to hear, because we know that the premium version of the template saves endless time, but it's actually interesting to hear you say how much content delivery is saving you time.
Yeah.
What do you think students might say to their future employers if they've been using QARC for Revit?
They would say, particularly in Australia, they would say something along the lines of, I'm using QARC, and if people are aware enough of what that is, then they'll know, how's the best way to put it? They'll know that it's more seamless. It's a lot less hard. I'm trying to think of the word that I'm going for. Setting up objects to a high BIM standard, it can be time consuming, especially at the start, but this helps so much. And if you're a student that's got that resource and aware of what it can do, then that's going to benefit a company so much, because then the company knows that you won't have to sit there setting up new files all the time. You'll just be able to bring them in, and the job's pretty much done.
Well, that's what we were hoping. This is some of the reason that we are encouraging students to access it, because we believe we should be helping educate anyway, but also to then increase the quality of documentation out there in the industry is another reason that we've started this. Have you by any chance looked at the basic template that comes with the free QARC for Revit?
I haven't yet, no.
Yeah, have a look. It's better than the standard Revit one, in that it has a bit more information, a bit more annotations and capability. Now, you've already answered so many of my questions, Robert. You're amazing. Yeah, well, knowing you, you're quite up there with all your knowledge. One thing that we like to ask everybody is, what would you like to see in QARC for Revit? Is there something you particularly think we should investigate and put on our roadmap? Like, one thing that we hear constantly is more manufacturers, if you can get them on, please. Would that be true?
Oh, absolutely. But that's a given, isn't it? I'm trying to think of something a bit more specific.
Like one thing that we would like to put on the roadmap one day is an estimation system. It costs a lot. It costs a lot to make it happen, but one reason for it is that architects, building designers, and we now know students probably would like to know the cost of their projects. Is that something you'd like to see? That was simple.
Definitely. Yeah, that's something that, particularly here at TAFE, and also for more likely fourth year students at university, that's something that would be really, really good. Cost estimation as a part of all this. That's something that a lot of people tend to revert back to the manual way anyway. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
really good.
Now we have occasionally been asked by people who are aware of QARC for Revit that are on Revit LT. They ask us, when will there be a QARC for Revit for LT?
Yeah.
And for us, it's quite difficult because LT can't accept a plugin. But
Okay.
if we ever solved it, can you see a benefit to students, to the industry, by having access to LT, or is that something we just should give up on?
I think the benefit would definitely be there. Talking from a personal level, I'm new to the industry and I'm still a student. I can't afford the full Revit suite for my professional work, like the proper version. When particularly these days, when people are new to the industry and they're going to do freelance work, having QARC for Revit LT be great. Because do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see it now because we hadn't thought of it that way. That people starting out, and we've always assumed that they would be going straight to an employed situation, but they could be doing freelance. Yes, and LT is so much more affordable.
Yes.
So would you say would it be a template or content or both that you think LT would benefit from?
Oh, the content. The template wouldn't be too much of an issue, but definitely the content. Because Revit LT still allows you to create your own families, or this business is. But the only thing that doesn't allow you, basically, that's important for students who are starting out, is the model in place. It doesn't allow you to do that, and also view templates. So the content would be very beneficial. The templates would also be beneficial, but particularly the content.